Do you believe wholeheartedly that Jay-Z's your father?
I really do.
You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test.
Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
If you got $10 million, you go to listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image, here goes some money, I'm going to take care of you. Nobody's going to say no.
Chances are, just out of nowhere, random universal selection, this boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline. It's like all of this just by accident.
I just really want it over.
Seems like 50 Cent is back at it, and this time Jay-Z is the one under the microscope. A judge has officially given the green light for Ree Carter's paternity case to proceed, ordering Jay-Z to respond by July 18th. Rumors are swirling that 50 isn't just watching from the sidelines. He might actually be supporting Carter's legal battle while also planning to feature him in his upcoming documentary. The tension is rising, and it looks like this saga is only just getting started.
Right. Because of Jay-Z and them was putting it together. Mm-hmm. So I think they still harbor some energy towards me.
You think you were purposely left out of the ad?
No.
Okay.
I don't think. I think that they were saying the NFL has some issues with me that I don't know what those issues are. Like, what is the issue? You see what I'm saying? Like, and I with M, because like with Nori he had communication. He said, yeah, I talked to the big homie. He was saying to Jay, he was telling me, you know, the white boy wouldn't do the truth without fit, right? And I'm like, that's when I start saying crazy stuff, because I look and I go, oh, that's your big homie, right? And so he imaged himself after a gay painter. The big homie want to look like a gay painter.
What are we talking about here?
We're talking about Basquiat. He wants to look like a gay painter.
Oh my God, I think I know where we're going with
So
this.
now look, what I'm saying to you is, look, when you start looking at, that's not mine, that's theirs, they are, right? But when you look at, M is looking at the entire legacy.
Yeah.
The whole thing, like with M, Dre.
Paternity dispute. It stretches back decades, with allegations dating all the way to the early 90s. The man at the heart of the case, now 32 years old, is stepping forward to finally seek answers about his lineage. Adding another layer to the unfolding drama, some voices online suggest that Beyoncé may have been quietly shielding Jay-Z from the spotlight on this issue, working to keep the matter from exploding into public view.
Yes. And had intercourse with him. How old was she?
I would say I think she was about 16, 17, or 16, just turning 16 or 17. I know it was one of them.
And Jay-Z was what age?
I wouldn't happen to know. I think he was in his 20s?
I read 22.
Oh, yeah.
I think I read 22, but he was in his 20s.
Yes, I wouldn't happen to know his age, but 22, I'm pretty sure if they put that out there, then... I really try not to get frustrated, basically. I really try not to think about it, I go on with my life, because, anything could happen, but, I still gotta live for myself at the end of the day. I still gotta work and bring an income for me. I can't sit around. I gotta get up off my feet and do something. I can't wait on the world. Like, I can't say, I can't wait on anybody to want to respond when they want to. It is important that I know who my biological father is, just because, my mom health, I don't know if it's coming from our family or it's coming from the other side. And that would be something I really would want to find out, because, in the future, you don't know what could happen. And a lot of people are so quick to judge because they see somebody coming out and try to find out if the person that,
And the court now moving things forward. This situation is on the verge of blowing wide open. Ryer Carter, born Ryer Satterthwaite, has been chasing the truth about his alleged connection to Jay-Z since the age of 19, dedicating more than half his life to this battle. Now that the legal tide seems to be turning in his favor, the case threatens to put Jay-Z's reputation, marriage, and billion-dollar empire under a microscope, drawing massive attention from all sides.
Her camp, and she said something supposedly, this is all hearsay, about regarding saying Ramir needs to go away, little boy, something to that effect. There was something out there with the song they made, And then next thing I know, somebody was at my property.
It's something crazy going on with this case. Honestly, I just want everybody in the world just to keep their eyes open and just watch things that happen, that just like how things unfold, because it's crazy. It really is crazy. These judges, these lawyers, this fraud, collusion, who knows what it's for, money or friendships or whatever they got going on. But I can honestly say that we should never go in the courtroom feeling like we're already the victims and we did nothing wrong. We did nothing wrong but come in here, tell you guys the truth, put our life on the line, come to every court case and give you 100% plus of us. And basically we just got.
Juan first crossed paths with Jay-Z when she was still very young. After becoming pregnant, she allegedly tried to reach out to him, but received no response. Years later, her son Ryer has grown into adulthood and is now stepping forward with resolve, determined to finally bring this decades-old fight to a conclusion.
Wrong thing. It's go to the courtroom and basically do what everybody else would have to do. Like, it's not, you don't have to prove me wrong. I just want the truth. Honestly, I can take a no. I can take, if I'm embarrassed at the end of the day, I can take that. I really can. I've been through a lot. Been seeing a lot. I could take me being embarrassed. Like, just can't take nobody not saying nothing. Because I was young and, had my little brother and I really wasn't worrying about it. She was saying it a lot, but I really just was going along with the person I was just seeing, like the person I looked at who was taking care of me at that time. I really wasn't really trying to understand what my mom was talking about, but she constantly put it in my head like, son, it's not your father. And I really want you to know it is. This person is your father. And I just want you.
Key revealed that Jay-Z's camp once looked into resolving the matter quietly, even floating the idea of signing Ryer to his record label because of his musical abilities. But that plan quickly changed course. Once new attorneys entered the picture, the entire strategy shifted. So, what caused the sudden change of heart? Most likely, Jay-Z's team realized just how messy and far-reaching the situation could become if it ever gained serious public traction. With so much at stake, it's no surprise they've been fighting to contain it for well over a decade.
Any type of way, and that's all I'm asking is like, cause I honestly really want the case to be over with. Like, I've been going through, just like I said, a lot. And as I said, I'm not chasing nobody. I'm not trying to do this to make somebody seem like a bad person, a bad father. I'm not trying to make nobody seem like a bad person or nothing. I'm just really coming out here for the truth. I don't want no money or anything. I wasn't looking for none of that. I just want to know the truth. And if I can't go to the courts and get the truth, like, what is it really? What is it? I just really want it over. It's something that's really affecting my life and I just want it over with.
So why the sudden change? One possible explanation is that the situation became far more complicated once the potential for public attention.
A 32-year-old man is asserting that Jay-Z is his biological father, pointing to a signed declaration from his late mother as proof. After years of setbacks and stalled proceedings, a judge is now moving the case forward. At the same time, 50 Cent is said to be backing the push, ensuring the controversy stays in the spotlight and drawing even greater attention to the unfolding drama.
Wanda's son. She had it when she was 16. It takes 40 weeks to cook a baby. That means she was 15 when she got pregnant. Age of consent in Pennsylvania is 17. Was then, is now. And she was taken across state lines from Pennsylvania to an apartment in New York. Oops.
Oh, the detail.
That's how Ramen Satterwhite made it into this world. Take the test, man. That's fine. We'll give you don't know Diddy. Take the test. You've been ducking this boy's DNA for all his life. Take the test. Do something.
I'm surprised by the allegations, as surprised as everyone else is. Like, I didn't make the allegations. I didn't tell people to say these things. It comes out, I see it in the news like everyone else.
What are your thoughts on the allegations against Jay-Z?
That was interesting. When I was saying things, not knowing exactly what I was saying, but I was going, where's Jay at? He's mad quiet. Like while the Puffy thing was going on. But it's obvious now that his team was being made aware that he was in those allegations also. So I hope it works out, because with his family, the things that go on internally is that those accusations are crazy.
I don't have no felonies. I'm not crazy or none of that. It's like, I just want the truth, and it's so hard to get it from the courts. And seems like Jay-Z don't want to say anything. So, I don't want to see him go down for something that you could have just got taken care of. That's it.
Nobody's talking about the fact that he is currently suing his first biological son to quiet him and put a gag order on him. Why would he be doing that? I don't know. Maybe it has something to do with the fact that Ramir's mother was a minor when she conceived Ramir with Mr. Carter, who was a grown adult. What kind of family man is that? You don't want anyone to know, you or your wife, don't want anyone to know who your actual biological children are, because most of them were created with minors while you were an adult. He's been in court with this young man for the past decade, fighting taking a DNA test. If he's not your kid, take the DNA test. Simple. If the young man is not your son, why have you spent so much money trying not to take a DNA test? Take the DNA test if he ain't your kid. You such a proud family.
Pressure is building, and the timing couldn't be more challenging for Jay-Z. With all eyes already fixed on Diddy's legal troubles, fans are now scrutinizing the biggest figures in hip-hop. Whispers are spreading that certain pieces of evidence from Diddy's case might even link back to Jay-Z, fueling speculation and intensifying the drama surrounding him.
The part with Jay, I go, oh shoot, like
That's right. To us, black excellence,
that had to be there.
We getting tighter, you know what I'm saying? And united we stand, and ain't nothing else.
Black excellence, they're sitting there like, yeah. It's a billionaire brunch. Like,
I hate you, man.
Unaware of anything going on here. This is the one time I'm going to be with you this year. Come on, bro.
What was interesting was that Jay-Z's camp basically put out a statement saying that Jay and Puff are not friends and they're not close at all or whatever else. Did you see the two of them interact a lot?
I seen them interact, but I wouldn't say they was close. I believe Puff felt they was close.
Oh.
But if you was a person on the outside looking in, like me and Uncle Paulie used to always talk about it, me and D-Rock would talk about, yo, why Puff kind of like sucking Jay off so much? You know what I'm saying? Cause you'd be like, we done flew to 5 or 6, 7 different concerts that Jay-Z has, but Jay-Z is not at one of Puff's shows. You know what I'm saying? You look at the Rock brunch where Puff will break his neck to get to the brunch, but Jay-Z don't pop up at any of Puff parties. You know, now I can only speak up until 2012. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was breaking his neck. Like at the end of the day, in our mind, we say, yo, he ain't even invite Puff to his wedding. When he married Beyonce, Steve Stout and all of them was there. You know what I'm saying? And Puff was kind of in his feelings, but once again.
Oh, Puff was upset he didn't get invited to the wedding?
Of course he was.
Oh.
You know what I'm saying? But you got to remember, we're security, so we're bottom on a tote pole. So he's not going to show you that it really affects him until you have a little conversation with him, or you say something, or you overhear something. But he didn't get invited to that, you know. Yeah, Jay came through every once in a while. Like if we was in a yacht in San Tropez or one of these places like that, Jay might ride up, you know what I'm saying? And it's more or less to show, yeah, I got a yacht too. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm out here too. More or less than we're tight friends. I look at it as two people that's getting money because they did have some businesses together and we did have to go to some meetings together. And it was like, this is how far it goes, but we're not friends. You know what I'm saying? Like people ask me that all the time. I mean, Jay ain't really with Puff. It was no personal into it. It would be like if Ron Burgos is flying from LA on his jet, but Jay-Z just so happens to be going to New York too.
Tides are shifting, and perspectives that were long overlooked are finally coming to light. Jay-Z may have counted on keeping this matter under wraps, but 2025 is shaping up to be a year of accountability and revelations.
It's been a journey for me, and it's just like, I just got so much on my name right now. I never asked for money. I don't do interviews just saying, hey, Jay-Z, give me your money, or I'm coming at the Jay-Z for his money. I never did that. I'm not that type of person. I work for everything. But next is I'm just trying to basically make sure no other kids and nobody else in the world has to go through this. Basically, don't feel afraid to go to court and see if a person is your biological parents. So many people are scared, and this is a big thing in the world. A lot of people don't have their fathers because they scared to go out and search for them. And sometimes it only take a little search, go search. And if it's wrong, we're adults. Well, most of us adults, even for the teenagers, this being a role model for them, showing you can go in the courtroom, and if you're doing everything correctly, you should be able to just get treated as equal as the other person. I've always been a person that I never hate anyone. I never, I don't walk around with hate for a person. So I try to teach my kids that just be the best that you can be. So that's just a motto I go off. I would never hate Jay-Z. It was never that type thing. I respect him for everything he did. And as I said, I've been going through a whole lot through these years because this case, like me, my mom, my godmom, we didn't seen the worst. We didn't have people, slander my name. Like you want Jay-Z money. And I hear it all. I'm going to fight until I'm not here no more. And it's never going to be against no one. Like, I'm going to continue to fight. It'll take another 10 years, maybe another 50. Maybe I'll take this to the grave with me, but everybody can say I fought this.
Yeah.
He's come out and said, this is just long-term harassment, man. He's like, this thing just won't go away.
Long-term harassment. You know how disrespectful that is to a man that looks almost identical to you?
Yeah, that's his child. That's very disrespectful. I mean,
to a man that chances are just out of nowhere, random universal selection. This boy who's not related to you has your nose, has your mouth, has your brow line, has your hairline, same straight knobby knees. Is like all of this just by accident. Just by accident. It's just a coincidence that this man looks like he could be
removed from the birth certificate after a DNA test confirmed he was not the father, sparking Ryer's legal pursuit of Jay-Z. He initially filed the case in 2010, but it soon became a maze of delays, jurisdictional shifts, and courtroom obstacles. Jay-Z's lawyers even contended that he couldn't be compelled to provide a DNA sample in New Jersey, despite evidence Ryer uncovered showing Jay-Z owned property there at the time. Over the years, Ryer has spent his own funds to combat what he describes as deceptive legal maneuvers.
Okay. I was there. I was present. I heard it come out of her mouth. Wanda was a minor. A minor when she got pregnant with Ramir. And like Wanda always said, he picked her up in Philly, but he took her to New York across state lines.
Light on the story, explaining that Wanda's account shows Jay-Z, then going by Rock, was living in a notoriously tough neighborhood at the time. When Wanda found out she was pregnant and couldn't get in touch with him, she named her boyfriend, Robert Graves, as the father on the birth certificate, an action many in her position might have felt compelled to take.
Born a year before my son Giovanni. He came 92. That means she got knocked up in 91. He was well into his 20s by that time. Well into his 20s. Allegedly taking teenage girls over state line. He got unlucky. That condom broke. Poor guy. Or maybe that was just karma. Maybe God made sure that happened for a moment like right now. Disgusting. Don't nobody want to talk about the other kids that everybody denies don't exist. What? To be a billionaire that can't get a loan is one thing. But to be a broke billionaire and a deadbeat dad, that's something different.
Mhm. Yeah. Even Solange's son, the Daniel kid, he says he doesn't have a great relationship with Beyonce, Jay-Z. What do you feel someone coming out saying, hey, Jay-Z is my father? What does that person want from a hoe if he's saying he does not
To
care? You
prove
think
that his mother wasn't a liar, because that's what they said his entire life while she was alive. Denying him makes her a liar. That woman was on the phone with the judge who was harassing her, telling her, demanding that she stop filing for paternity when she gave way and died. His mama died on the phone. Trying to get proper acknowledgement to him. If your mama died like that, would you just sit around and let people keep calling her a liar?
But my thing is this, like, this is how easy it is. First of all, kids come before everything.
Yeah.
I mean, because you're gonna have problems with your kids sometimes. But if you got if you got $10 million, because listen, young boy, I don't want the world to know nothing about this because my image. Here goes some money. I'm gonna take care of you. Nobody's gonna say no. You my son. I love you. I'm gonna give you money. I just don't want nobody to know about this. It's easy to manage. The fact,
yeah, but that starts with extortion. That's the first step of extortion.
No, but
once you give someone some money, you are now an ATM.
So you saying someone? No, your son. Like there's a difference between someone and your son that you made. Right or wrong?
Still a stranger though. You don't know.
It don't matter. But if you made him, he's a stranger because of you.
Yeah.
The fraud and a lot of collusion that's just been going on and just been looked over is never supposed to happen. And I will not let that pass. I'm not letting the lawyers get away with that. They will not go in the courtroom of justice and just lie like that and continue to get praised off it or, use this lie to benefit off all these years. Like we've been going to court, putting our hard-earned money out there, and we going in there to fight fraud. That's just that's craziness. That's really craziness. And I don't think nobody in the world should have to go through that. You going in there, you paying your hard-earned money. You got these lawyers that's just frauding and pitting anything they want basically in the courtroom, and the judges is just allowing this to go on. I honestly believe that both of them should be hold it responsible for this, because you guys, this is you guys' job. And if the judge can't see this or overlook it, I can understand a mistake, but just throughout the years, to continue to overlook fraud it's just craziness to me. Like, come on.
Cent isn't just adding fuel to the fire. He's actively supporting a case that could become one of the most explosive scandals in hip-hop history. With a judge now treating the matter seriously and Ryer Carter firmly standing his ground, Jay-Z may soon be forced to confront the situation head-on. As the July 18th deadline looms, all eyes are on him. Will he submit to a DNA test or attempt another way to dodge it? One thing is certain. This saga is far from finished, and 50 Cent is making sure nobody can ignore the unfolding drama.